So for question 9b, we're going to expand this. So we're going to expand this. Notice that this is power 1 over 2. So we're going to use the formula type 2, where the power is not positive integers. And we're going to expand it up to x power of negative 3. So this is have a negative here. Then second task is we're going to substitute the value of x equals to 3. And we have to evaluate this 5 over 3 into 3 decimal place. So first of all, we finish the first task first, where we need to expand. So write our binomial here, which is 1 plus 2x power of 1 over 2. So when we want to expand using type 2, make sure it is starting with 1 and the power is not positive integers. So our formula will be 1 plus n, where our n is 1 over 2 and the thing we want to expand here is 2 over x. Alright, so I can remind you where when you want to expand our binomial expansion using formula type 2, we need to find out what is our n. Our n is 1 over 2 and the thing we want to expand here is 2 per x. And the condition here at front here must be equals to 1. So we'll use the information here to expand. Continue. Our next formula will become n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial, and then the things we want to expand is 2 over x squared. So how far we want to expand? We will expand up to x power negative 3. So we have to repeat again, expand, continue, n minus 1, then minus 2 over 3 factorial. So this thing you need to expand power of 3. So when our x is at denominator, it will power negative. So that's why we can up to x power of negative 3. So the rest of it, we don't need to expand some more. We just put dot. So now we're going to simplify our expansion. So we're going to press calculator 1 over 2 times 2. So here we're leaving 1 over x. So let the x at denominator. So the x cannot put at the side here because this is x power negative 1. Continue. So press your calculator 1 over 2 minus 1 divide 2 factorial. So don't forget here got numbers 2 square. So we get out our coefficient. You'll get negative 1 over 2. So at the same time we can see the x at denominator. So the x have to square, so it at denominator x square. So now we'll take it out. Let it at denominator. So continue, press for this. We'll get our value 1 over 2. So 1 over 2 at the same time our x is at denominator and it cubed. So this is our expansion for our binomial. So remember, our title must put at left hand side, and then what is our expansion here, we put it at right hand side. So this is our title place, and then this is our expansion expression at right hand side. Then we're going to continue our task 2, where we have to follow the instructions. Say that they ask us to substitute x equals to 3. So when we want to substitute x equals to 3, we have to substitute in both sides. So that's why I mentioned your title of binomial expansion should be letting at left hand side and then your expansion at right hand side. So don't ever expand your thing at the below of these things. So it must very clear what's your left hand side, what's your right hand side. Because when you want to substitute x equals to 3, we are going to see how you substitute in the left hand side. So when I substitute at the left hand side, it will be like this. So substitute at the right hand side. So this is our working. So must be show clearly how we substitute into left hand side and right hand side. And what we're going to achieve here is we're going to achieve square root of 5 over 3. So we have to do it step by step for left hand side, where square root, we have to prove it. Power of 1 over 2 is square root. So inside the bracket here, 1 plus 2 over 3 is 5 over 3. So this question is quite directly. And then into the 3 decimal. So for this place, for the right hand side, we can press our calculator and then we approximate it to the 3 decimal place. So it will be 1.296. So mentioned here, this is after our rounding. Because we're getting the answer already. We achieved the things already. So that's why we round off. If we didn't achieve, then we'll give more decimal place. The final step only we do the rounding. According to the question asked here is 3 decimal place. So what is very important here? The first one, you must use the correct formula. So the concept, how you expand. We will see how you substitute your n. What's going to expand. So expand up to, another must expand up to the question as x power of negative 3. So we have to going to see is it every term of it is correct. So first term, second term, third term, fourth term, is it correct? So after that, simplify your answer. And then when we're doing substitution, you have to state it really clearly how you substitute your left hand side and how you substitute your right hand side. So that's why our expansion must be written very clear. What is your left hand side? What is your right hand side? It's not written up and down, above and below. So finally, because this question quite straightforward, once you substitute your 3, you manage to reach 5 over 3 already. So last step is only we see is it you are doing rounding correctly, which is rounding at the last step. So that's all.